Spirituality made easy, made easy, made easy, made easy.
Hi, I'm Stephen Cockcroft of stephencockcroft.com. I share non-dogmatic spiritual, psychological and wellness insight for your enlightenment, empowerment, happiness and well-being. What is the essence of spirituality or a spiritual life? What does spirituality mean? What is spirituality? Religion, yes or no? Spirituality can involve religion, but it doesn't have to. I believe the intended purpose of religion, or at least what its intended purpose should be, is for it to be a tool for helping people develop their spirituality. Religion ought to be a means to that end, spirituality. However, the problem is that all too often, religion becomes the end in itself. Politics and dogma end up taking the place of spirituality. I think that's why many people in Western societies today are looking for spirituality, but independent of organized religion. Spirituality can be explored and found in the context of religion, but it can also be explored and found independently of religion. That is my belief, and I'm certainly not alone in that view. Secondly, spirituality is about meaning, including deep meaning. Spirituality is a search for and a discovery of meaning. Spirituality involves asking and getting answers to the big questions in life. What is existence? Why does existence exist? What is the essence of reality? Who am I? What is my essence? And of course, there are so many other spiritual questions. But essentially here, we are looking for meaning, including deep meaning. Spirituality is about the bigger picture of life, as well as understanding the essence of ourselves and the essence of life. You might be thinking that today we have science to give us meaning. Isn't that enough? Well, science is pretty much only concerned with issues relating to the physical. That's its domain. Science isn't designed to explore philosophical, metaphysical, or spiritual questions or topics. Well, what about philosophy? Philosophy explores the bigger questions about life, doesn't it? Sure, and it can be utilized in spirituality. There is an overlap of spirituality and philosophy and metaphysics, as well as theology and religion. However, I believe that dogma and politics typically gets in the way when it comes to these other institutions. A non-dogmatic spirituality requires everything to be approached with a discerning and critical eye. Personal. Something else that distinguishes spirituality from the likes of philosophy is that spirituality is personal and personalized. Spirituality isn't about exploring issues at arm's length. Rather, spirituality is about facing the big questions about life and reflecting on and acting on what that means for how we think about life and how we approach life. In that sense, spirituality is an applied approach. It's a practical and personalized approach to life. Balance. As I've said, spirituality is about making sense of life, but it is also personalized. We're not just considering how life is meaningful in an intellectual sense. We are the players on the field. We are part of life. We are life. We are this very thing that we are coming to understand, called reality. And so we want to experience spirituality, or the meaning we discover, in all areas of our being. So, how do we do that? This is where the notion of balance comes in. We seek meaning regarding the big questions about life because our minds crave clarity. We seek meaning and clarity to replace confusion in our minds. So, our minds seek the mental balance that greater meaning and clarity bring. Our emotions also seek greater balance. Our emotions desire a primarily more positive state of being. And we want greater balance in our bodies in the form of reduced stress and increased well-being. So we seek spirituality to help bring this overall balance to our being: wholeness, simplicity, and connection. I've talked about how spirituality is about meaning, including deep meaning, how it is a personalized approach to life, and it involves a search for balance in the different areas of our being. All of these things help bring about a sense of wholeness, simplicity, and connection in our lives. Why is that? Well, if we experience life in a more deeply meaningful way, in an applied and personal way that brings balance in all areas of our being, rather than life seeming random, detached, lacking in meaning, we see reality as having an overall meaning, and we see how our lives fit into that big picture of reality. So we will experience a wholeness about existence and how it operates. When we experience reality as a meaningful whole, and we see how its different parts fit into that whole, things will of course make more sense to us, and they will thus seem simpler. And when we have a better idea of who we are in relation to reality as a whole, we will feel more connected to ourselves, to each other, and more connected to the universe and to fundamental consciousness or reality in its entirety. To sum up, in this video, I've given an explanation as to what spirituality is. Here are the main points to take away. Spirituality can involve religion, but it doesn't have to. Spirituality is a search for and a discovery of meaning, including deep meaning. Spirituality is applied, personal or personalized. Spirituality is about seeking and experiencing balance in all aspects of our being: clarity of mind, a basically positive emotional state, and less stress and increased well-being in our body. And finally, an authentic, meaningful, personalized spirituality that leads us to experiencing a positive balance in different areas of our being can bring about a sense of wholeness, simplicity, and connection for us.